Gamgee. Ah, it's you. I imagine that Gamgee has, like, Professor Oak's voice. Oh, welcome back. The Professor Oak in, like, Pokemon Snap. You know what we should do someday?
What?
Like, maybe this is another, like, extra life this year, since, like, we do Pokemon.
Yeah,
we should play Pokemon Snap. Like, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, Pokemon, and Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap was...
I never played Pokemon Snap alone. I had a friend
Me neither. I only ever played it
in
with my
grade
friend.
school, yeah. And we would play Pokemon Snap every single year as, like, an event.
It's... What a weird, like, bizarre kind of concept for a game.
Yeah!
I don't know how they made taking pictures of Pokemon
so much fun
and so fun. But that game is, like, uniquely...
Aladdin.
Like, why is it so satisfying?
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
I first played it, there's this sports bar restaurant chain in the Maritimes, possibly other places, called Don Cherry's, named after, of course,
It's
Don
everywhere.
Cherry. Okay, so it's
Don
everywhere.
Cherry's all over the place.
Yeah. So, they used to have Nintendo 64s in their booths.
Yeah.
And I had a Nintendo 64 at home, but, you know, we would usually just, like, go to Walmart and buy whatever game was in, like, the bargain bin that week.
Yeah.
So we found some really cool, obscure games that way.
Aiden Chronicles.
Like Aiden Chronicles, which is something else I want to play someday.
If you want to suffer.
If we want to suffer. It's so bad. I don't think that's actually, like, LPable. I think it's, like, too...
It's boring.
It's very boring.
It's so boring
and
to
there's
watch.
no lighting. You can't actually see what's happening in
It's
that game
so
ever.
slow, too. Battles take an actual eternity to complete.
But I never finished it because the game's really hard.
It's so hard.
Like, absurdly hard. And it was especially hard when I was, like, you know... I played that game when I was, like, 8 years old, kind of thing.
Oh my god.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was Nintendo 64, so I would have been, like, 10 or something.
Yeah, like my friend,
Yay!
my best friend who has the 64, she had Aiden Chronicles and we played it, and it was just, like, absurdly difficult. The first
So
couple times we
hard.
tried playing it, we couldn't get very far at all.
No, the forest is so hard to get out of.
Eventually, she must have, like, something clicked for her, because she got really far in it, and we got, like, better characters, and it started being, like, really actually quite fun to play.
Yeah, and a lot of
But then
the
we got
characters are
stuck
quite
in
good.
this fucking tower.
The tower with Nelson or whatever his name is. Neeson.
Who is really strong, but then we ran out of the item that he needs to cast his magic.
You know, Aiden Chronicles, I wish that, like, someone who wasn't THQ had made that game. I think it could have been good, maybe.
Probably.
I can say this because THQ is bankrupt now. It doesn't exist anymore.
So if you used to work for them, we're sorry.
I know some people who did. They used to have an office here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
So a lot of people at my company, like... What a hunk. Wow, wait.
Mind if I fall in love with him?
I do mind.
Rita clearly minds.
I mind so much. Okay, I'll go back. Yeah. THQ.
Cool.
Because there were some cool things, like the fact that you had to have, like, herbs to cast magic. That's a cool idea.
It's a cool idea, but then in practice
theory,
it's very limiting.
Especially because you just never found them, and everything was so expensive.
And
And
you
there
were
were
always so
hobgoblins in a tent who just ruined your life.
And you were so
didn't
far
want...
from towns. It was
Oh.
and when you got to that tower, you couldn't leave. So
couldn't
you ran out
leave.
of anything.
And
You
the
were just-
island before the tower, too, was like that. It was a bit of a while
You were
for the
just
tower.
screwed.
Yeah.
Any game where it is possible to get literally stuck
It's bad.
is not a good experience.
Another bargain bin game I had that was like that was Quest 64.
Also, a game that I played with my best friend and
Probably
thought
the-
was amazing, but it was actually probably a terrible game.
It's probably the worst game I've ever played.
It's terrible, but it was super
So
fun at the
bad.
time.
It actually has better names in Japanese and in the European release. It has a better name.
Yeah, it's not called Quest 64 because everything back then was
Stupid.
64.
Yeah. Quest 64. It also had like an island you went to and you couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I never like grinded enough before I got there, so I always just stopped the game. I played it a lot though because I was like, not many games like that existed on the Nintendo 64. There weren't a lot of like RPGs, really. So
Junk. Chaos Sword. Ha! That's all.
that's all.
Once again.
Once
Diaz,
again.
Diaz. I can't help it. I'm gonna keep calling him Diaz because that's what I called him as a kid.
Diaz, close
I know
enough.
it's Diaz.
Dias
Furak.
Dias Flack.
Diaz
On
Flack.
his way to the semifinals. Woo!
Oh, I guess because you're not playing Claude's storyline. I can
Yikes.
tell you this because you're not going to know.
Yeah, tell me.
Well, actually, no, I'm not going to.
Okay.
I was about to. I guess it would actually be a
minor
it would be a
spoiler.
minor spoiler even for Reina's storyline. So never mind.
Oh, okay. You can tell me after, perhaps.
But there's a character that you
I
get.
told Cloud I'll be watching.
I'll be
Watching.
watching. There's a character that you get because you can only get Diaz if you're Reina, and the character that you can only get if you're Claude is one that you're going to meet soon.
Oh,
And
sweet.
that you may have actually already met.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da-na-na-na.
Is it Barney?
No.
Is it Barney?
No.
Hey, Barney! I wonder who
Hey,
it could be. I kind of want to
Barney.
guess now. Is it Gamgee?
Just have an old man. No,
it-
it's Sophia. Sophia just takes that sword and just like murders everyone.
She just like rides around on the sword.
Just
Oh
kills
boy, it's the
every single
final.
person.
They're gonna go against each other. Dot, dot,
I wonder
dot.
what's gonna happen.
I guess Dias will probably win. I want Claude to win, of course.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see very soon.
Actually, you know from last time what happens, but
I
you
forgot.
might- Oh, good. Okay, never mind.
No, I think it died before this.
No.
No?
Wait. Maybe.
I feel like it did, but
I don't know. I
don't
literally
know.
don't remember. I don't even know who I am or where I am right now. I don't know who you are. I
why
don't
are you
know-
still in my house?
No, it's nice here.
Thanks to the what? 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 Why is
Thanks to the tournament, we now. I don't know. I don't know. I
Why?
really want to. I really maybe there's something in Japanese about
Maybe like we can say thanks to the tournament, like thanks and it's still.
I wonder
really
if
weird.
maybe I wonder. Okay, I'm going out on a bit of a limb here. I
Uh-huh.
wonder if maybe in Japanese there were phrases that the characters used that were meant to be shown as like idiomatic in whatever language they were speaking, but didn't translate into whoever is listening. Like maybe.
like but part of like Claude's or Universal Translator or whatever you mean.
Yeah, like maybe sometimes those things were written in like katakana or something instead of hiragana to show that what Reina was saying was just kind of
Oh,
like weird
it could be. Often katakana is used like the way we use all caps.
Yeah.
So that would make sense in the way Tracy talks. Like maybe they just somehow
So maybe those little like those parts that look like they're maybe in like weird scare quotes are parts where they were
actually
trying-
just trying to be emphatic.
either emphatic or showing that they were using some kind of weird phrase or like saying something differently or I don't know.
I honestly want to play this game in Japanese.
Just to know.
Just to know. Same as Dragoon. I would love to play Dragoon like in Japanese. Yeah. Because the Dragoon also is like very loosely translated.
Oh my god, the translation. Dragoon has one of my favorite. It's bad.
It's my favorite localization of all time.
It's just bad. It's straight up bad.
It's very bad.
It makes no sense
No.
half the time. A lot of stuff has been translated like literally
Very
from Japanese.
literally, yeah.
The menus especially have like very strange words for things.
Very strange. I didn't notice really until like recently. Last summer we played Dragoon a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, in the menu there was some stuff that I was like, what? Why did they choose that word, or why did they write it that way?
Yeah.
I can't remember specifically now, but
No, I mean neither. But like it kept coming up. Like I didn't, because when I was a kid, it probably didn't really occur to me that. It was,
yeah,
Because at that point, like all of JRPGs that I played had like weird quirks like that, so I just assumed that was
yeah,
normal.
it was just
Dragoon really stands out now for being like exceptionally weird
yeah,
and
it's incredible.
in its loke. It's got a weird ass loke,
Yeah, it does.
which I'm into.
I love it. I love weird and bad and funny localizations.
Me too.
It's like basically my favorite.
Almost
thing.
as much as I love really really good ones.
God. Like Animal Crossing.
I was literally about to say Animal Crossing has. Oh, what a good localization.
Yeah, that's probably my actual
The
favorite.
crown jewel.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes it really worth the like 2-year wait that it always takes for it to come out.
Yeah, because they work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They work so hard on it.
Mm-hmm.
14
Or
also has like
a lot
an
of-
exceptionally good localization.
Oh my god, Koji Fox is like my hero.
I mean, I hate him. I officially hate him.
Our friendship is over.
Because his love of bad puns is like sometimes a little bit too
Oh,
much.
jeez. Friendship with Koji Fox over.
Now my new best friend is
Aki.
Eh.
Square Enix, hire me. Woo. I think that Nintendo localizations have always been incredibly top-notch because, like, for example, I don't think most people realize that Mario is localized.
Yeah, we have to.
But it is.
It's got words in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think people ever talk about, like, the, Mario localization.
No, I
know?
feel like people talk about it a lot more now because it involves voice acting. It's one of those things that I think gets less attention when it was just text.
Yeah, true.
It maybe is like less apparent. Even though Animal Crossing is all text, it's just like people pay a lot more attention to it now. Maybe
that's true. People
this
are like
may or may not actually be the case.
People are also just like, more aware of like stuff that gets released in Japan and we don't have yet, for example.
Yeah, for sure. And the differences. There's a lot more access to the Japanese version, so people who actually like speak Japanese and
can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting fucked up. Well, destroyed. Wow.
He did his best, though.
He did. If only he had,
If only his best was a little bit better.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that, so it's really funny, if you can feasibly train Claude up to be much more powerful than Diaz is, like, numerically. Like, if you spend a lot of time grinding, like, Diaz is, like, level 30 or 35, you could make it so that Claude is a lot stronger. But then, no matter what you do, he's not.
You have to lose.
You have to lose. It's, like, part of the story.
Even if you got Claude to, like, level 250.
Yeah, maybe you could. And
I guess you probably could. It would just take a very long time.
What would probably end up happening is that, I don't know what would happen because Diaz wouldn't be able to do any damage to him. And,
he'd have to be able to. There must be.
I don't know.
Like, the finishing move maybe always kills Claude, for example.
There really isn't one, though.
I don't know
what happened. Comment below if you've ever trained Claude up to be so strong that Diaz can't kill him, and tell us what happens.
Is this something you probably do, like with our emulated copy of the game? You can kind of, like, make a hack?
Yeah, you probably could, actually.
To see, to just, like, cheat your way up to that level.
And see what happens?
Yeah.
I'm curious. It's over, Claude.
It's over, Claude.
Oh yeah, there was no comma.
It's over, Claude. They don't use commas.
It's above Claude.
It's over, Claude. It's under Claude. Uh-oh. How embarrassing for you.
Diaz. So that's the thing that makes no sense in English.
In English.
Because, like, in English, you don't call people by their last name.
No, you don't.
To show respect, but in Japanese,
you do. You have to be on terms.
Yeah. And he's certainly not old enough for him to call him, like, Mr. Flack.
Yeah.
So, like, when Rita calls Claude Mr. Claude, that's a weird translation thing, because it's like she's obviously calling him, like, Kenny-san, or, like,
or Claudio-san,
or Claudio-san, or something like that. To show respect.
Because he's, like, a stranger.
Yeah.
Or, she wants to respect it because she thinks he's the warrior of light or whatever.
It's not as if I think that much of you.
No.
Diaz just paid him a compliment, and now he's like,
what?
It's not like I like you or anything.
Baka.
So,
Imi wa kanai.
See, and this is where it starts to get a little bit sweet. Like, you can tell that Diaz is, like...
You can tell he's soft on the inside a little.
He's quite soft inside.
Yeah. He's such a teenager, you know?
He's such a... They all are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're all just fucking teenagers.
Yeah. They so desperately want to express themselves, but they just can't.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing that is, like, a funny experience to me now playing JRPGs. Because when I was a kid, they all seemed like they were so much older than me.
Yeah!
But now that I'm, like, literally 10 to 12 years older than the characters in these games, I'm like...
Yeah, even Celine is, like, quite a lot younger than us.
Yeah, she's, like, a 19, I think? 17, 19?
Yeah.
Anyway, she's not...
But she's meant to be, like, a lady.
Yeah. Of course she healed you.
Aww. Yes. Aw.
I love him.
I do too.
He's so good.
Oh yeah, now we can go to that place where they kicked me out.
Yeah.
We were the runner-up, that's true. We were the runners-up.
Claude's like, I get a prize for that? And they're like,
what?
Claude, come on, you can't.
Claude!
Claude.
I want that framed. Claude.
Oh, right. Which again, I thought that when I got older, I realized how cute that is, that he really thought that the only way that he get any recognition is by being first. And then he finds out that, like, coming in second is actually quite good. He's like, oh. Right, I actually am not terrible.
Oh. Oh,
Or the
okay.
weapons shop, yeah.
I'm glad I talked to that guy, because otherwise I'd be like, why isn't anything happening? Well, I think Claude did great.
Me too. It is very, if you control him and you haven't trained him up enough, you can be out very early on and never face die as.
Oh, interesting.
Because you actually have to fight with him if you play as Claude.
And you have to actually do well.
Yeah.
That's really
So
cool.
The pressure's on.
That's quite cool. I like that.
Me too. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Right, we're going this way.
And also just, like, I don't think we've mentioned this before, but we're both a big fan of the arms tournament trope in JRPGs.
Yes! Very, very much.
It's just such a funny, like, it's so classic and cliche, but
I love those tropes. My other favorite trope is the ghost ship.
Yeah. There's no ghost ship in this game, unfortunately.
Ah, that's too bad.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's a really good one in Dragoon.
Yes,
so.
there is.
Probably my favorite ghost ship, actually.
She loves him.
Oh.
Tight muscles and bleeding.
Oh, wow. So she's
one of those.
So she's an S.
She's an S for Joshi.
Oh, balloon.
You get a bunch of stuff, which is cool. You get all the equipment that you fought in, which is nice. And
That
you
is
also get some
nice.
cash
Oh,
dollars.
sweet. Is
And now you can go
useful?
save.
Oh my god, finally. Oh, I'm already wearing it. Is it actually...
It's the same.
Oh.
They don't get enhanced in any way.
Interesting. I'm like, why do I already have one? I guess none of this is actually...
It'll be better for, I think, Praesus and maybe Ashton.
Where the hecky did I put the clicky buttons? There we go.
I think the Fame Helm is not... Oh, the Iron Helm is going to be better than the Fame Helm for her. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I think she's wearing that already.
Yeah.
Did we get any boots? No, maybe. He doesn't wear a shield because he's like...
He can't use any of his shields yet because remember
He has like a special... Okay,
well, it's funny because it actually makes sense because he's dual wielding, so he can't carry a shield.
That makes a lot of sense. I remember you saying that he keeps like a tiny little one sometimes.
He can use certain shields and he can use like bracelets and rings and stuff.
Cool.
So if you will remember, when we went to Linga the last time, we were trying to get those things deciphered. They were like, you have to come back when Keith is done with the Tournament of Arms, which he went to watch.
Oh, so we had to do the Tournament of Arms. So now it's all done.
So now we go back.
To Linga!
To Linga. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to?
Do you have to? I really disliked that song.
I
love that
song.
When it was on the radio all the time back in the day.
I love that song.
Do you? Who is that? The Dixie Chicks?
No, it's the Cranberries.
The Cranberries, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want a private action. We just want to go right in.
You want to go right in. Right on in there.
Do you have to let it linger?
I'm pretty sure it's the Cranberries.
I don't know. Was it this guy? Yeah.
Oh.
Keith Klasner.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's the assistant.
The assistant. I like his little hat.
His little mortar.
His little
Scarlet mortar.
What can I do for you?
People.
Peasants.
Come to Linga to talk to a linguist. Imagine.
Imagine someone wanting to talk to a linguist.
Yeah. What's that like?
You wouldn't know. You
Nope,
never speak.
I don't
You
ever
never speak to a linguist.
Never voluntarily. Under great duress.
Only out of obligation do you speak to this linguist.
Yeah.
Imagine being a linguist who could just get appointments.
Yeah. Imagine being that important.
That you have like a month of appointments lined up. Hey, I am that important. There just isn't enough demand for my supply.
I mean...
Goodbye. Bye! Just slides Luna out the door.
Yeah. Whoop! The old bum rush.
Armor. A whole month. We should have known.
And Rena's just like, fuck no. We're not doing that.
We're gonna do something else.
We're gonna find another way.
Because I'm Rena Luna Lena Lanford.
I like there wasn't even a moment of hesitation. She was just like, no, we're just
gonna do this our way.
Yeah.
A person in a store, eh? That pharmacy that sells like jam.
It's just called That Pharmacy.
That.
If I ever own a store of any kind, it's going to be called That whatever it is, like That Bookstore.
That bookstore.
Yeah,
that's really good actually.
And then people will say, "Let's go to that bookstore."
And
they'll be like, which one? And they'll be like, you know, that bookstore.
But the official name should just be that.
No, it would be that bookstore.
You with the bookstore in it?
Yeah.
Let's go to that bookstore.
That's not the way you want to go.
Isn't this Bowman's?
No, that's the jam store.
It is a pharmacy, though.
It is a pharmacy.
But it's the one that sells
But they
jam.
only sell jam because jam is medicine.
Is this the pharmacy? With not
Are you
jam?
my mom?
Are you... Is this the pharmacy?
Are you my mom?
I didn't actually know that there were signs. Oh, this one doesn't work. I'm gonna go in. Going in. Your pension chie. What a great... Are you my mom? No. How many times have we run around this town, though?
There's more town up.
Are you my mom? Mother! This must be my mom.
That is in fact your mom.
Amazing. Is there a sign? No. Why do some
There
of them...
is a sign, but you're not allowed to read it.
That's rude.
So this is a character that you can technically recruit if you don't get creases.
Oh,
so this is the guy.
Gotcha. What's wrong, Fever? No, my name's Luna.
Wow. In my house.
This is my house.
That's what you think.
Excuse us, but we're going to extort you.
That's a little extortion between future friends, though.
Right? To use your influence, she's so forward. I wish I were swamped with work deciphering ancient texts.
Isn't that what it's like when you read text from me, though?
You know. You do tend to communicate in cuneiform, which I can read.
I mean, it was my first language. What can I say?
Yeah. I always knew you were Hittite.
Yeah.
I knew you were Hittite when you walked in. Can we make a old world Taylor Swift jokes?
It's a #1 Hittite. A top 40 Hittite.
I knew you were top 40 when you walked in.
That's
not
no,
proof
we
of
can't
anything.
make old Taylor Swift jokes because old Taylor Swift is dead.
Did she die?
There's a line in her new song where it's like, no, the old Taylor Swift can't come to the phone right now because she's dead.
Oh wow, she's really matured.
I shouldn't make fun. Some of you may be Taylor Swift fans.
That's fine.
It's
to
just a
like
funny
Taylor
line, is
Swift.
all.
It is.
Herbalist. I wish that were my job. I wish that were an herbalist
You
as
can
a
be an
profession.
herbalist and I can be an ancient text decipherer.
Yeah.
So the innermost reaches are...
So you're gonna go deep into a flooded cavern
deep into...
to pick some...
To sample a fine vintage.
To sample a fine vintage.
It won't be a picnic. Well, what's the point of going to an herby grove if not to have a picnic? Oh! Oh, I see. Now, I thought Cross Cave was optional. So does this guy, like, send you to Cross Cave if you haven't gone? Was that optional? With Celine? I think it was.
It's not... I don't know if it's actually... I think it's not optional. But you don't have to go there with Celine.
Or
I'm not really sure what happens if you don't go there with Celine.
Yeah, because you could also just go there with Celine and then be like, "Nar."
Yeah, you can say that she doesn't come with you afterward.
Go pick me some herbs, okay? Oh, does he have anything useful? I could buy a mandrake to kill everyone again. Oh, it's all like ingredients. Do we need any of this stuff? Yeah, let's buy a little bit actually. That looks useful. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, did he tell us where to go?
Yeah, there's a cave. You'll see it when you leave town.
Amazing.
It looks like a cave.
Oh. Do I need to heal? Probably not. I was in, like, liqueur for a million years. Oh, wait, Pressy is still a really low level. So
It's okay, that will be...
soon remedied.
You're going somewhere where the enemies are pretty strong, so I would...
kind of do
just
some
be careful.
Oh, that's the cave. I see it.
Yeah.
I'll just be careful. I think strong enemies will...
You need to level up a bit anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just gonna save while we're out here. Whoops, that's the wrong button, because we're having that kind of day, apparently.
Every day.
Every day.
Don't forget to rotate saves, kids.
Don't forget to rotate saves. Rotating saves is self-care.
Some people rotate saves to cope.
Rotating saves is gay culture.